Hello YouTube friends, welcome to the Red Parrot channel. I am your host Mary Ellen. This is an episode of #PaperTerraceDTJJ. This is a challenge hosted by Jennifer at Paper Terrace. I don't think I have her name right yet. And she went to the Dollar Tree, spent $20 and made a junk journal out of the $20 spend that she got at the Dollar Tree. Canada has dollar stores, so I did the same thing. And through the wonders of modern technology, people have helped me with math. Decided that I was able to use some napkins, which is super thrilling for me because I thought they were going to be out of reach. And I have been thinking a lot about how we can make this journal interesting without spending any more money. And I have thoughts and ideas and low budget options. So let us see what we have wrought so far. So I put in some signatures, or it's the one signature, a lot of paper. That's an idea that we'll go over. Just plunking in the papers. That's a holding spot. I did this, which is the two envelopes, side to each, and then cutting open the bottoms. And then I did a seal at the top with some more of that paper so that we could have large side pockets. And I don't think anything else. So everything else is just pretty plain. This was something that we did sort of at the first off. And so that's sort of where we are at with respect to the journal. We are going to have to do something with this because this is starting to, even through the use of my own hand banging up against it, so we might have to do some early repair. My current thought for this is to lay it out flat again and then use this green as a strip. But we're not going to worry about that at the moment. We are going to think about zhuzh. And, or maybe, just pulling my chair over here, which has got all my stuff in it, and or, so one of the things we were able to get is that, and where are my napkins? Where are my napkins at? So I have thoughts about the napkins even. Aren't they pretty? They're pretty. I hope they're four-sided, if you know what I mean. There. Oops. Why don't I use scissors? So it is sunny. It's still cold. Snow is melting. Afternoon tea. It's starting to get cool. I mean the tea. So I think we're going to need more than one. Oh, look at that. Yes. We're going to need more than one. Let's pull out 3. Why not? Again, I have thoughts. Because I want to be able to make it, I don't want to have it plain. I don't want to have it look like, I don't mean this in any kind of judgmental way or any kind of you do you kind of way. Or at least I support the you do you kind of way, but I don't want it to look like a sad dollar store journal. I want it to look like it's like, oh, there's interesting things in it. And first thing I need is some washi tape. Bueller, anyone? Got some over here. Like I say, I do not at all mean to offend anyone when I say that. But I think we can do it. I totally think we can do it. There we are. There's one. There's 2. I'll put that off to the side. We might as well do all the ripping up front. And I have a fine recycling program where I live, so throwing that out will help my mental health because too much clutter shuts me down. And I would rather throw a little bit of paper out into the recycling program than be shut down. Oh, that's fun. There's two. Oh, it's pretty. It's so pretty. Last one. There. Oops. That's a triple ply napkin from the dollar store. I'm going to give them full props for that. For $1.50. And go into some of the other posher spots and you're paying an arm and a leg. Okay. So where are we at here? So, what do we want to do first? So I have this card stock. This is fairly light cardstock. What's yes, this is the light cardstock. So I want to do at least one on white cardstock. And I also want to do one on paper. The paper's over here. Hang on, I'll be right back. Oh, look at that, I even have a sheet out. I can paper that. I have my shirt on the floor and it's gonna be a trip hazard if I go pick it up and move it. So, first thing I want to do is, I'm looking for like a good placement. So that sort of maximize flowers and scooch that over a bit there. That end can be fine. We've grabbed that purple one. Some of these, yeah, okay, so that's what we're gonna do. Technically speaking, you know what, so what am I debating? Because I've stopped giving words. I can either glue this down or I can Mod Podge it down, or gel, I guess. Let's see, we're looking for a shine. So we're going to do that. Not going to worry too much about those lines. That. Okay, just do it. There we are. So we've got that, and here's my water brush. And this water brush just allows you to get rid of the edges with some ease. Let the water do its thing for a couple minutes, and then it basically just peels apart. Come on, where are you? Okay, there we are. Do I need to keep that? Maybe, not sure. Though, you know what? We'll get another napkin if we need it. So this, I think, can increase our fussy cut inventory. So I can fussy cut around these, fussy cut around like the leaves and so forth, so we have more choice. So that was putting it on the fairly light paper. This cardboard I think ought to have like gel medium in it. And they're going to be the same. Yeah, it doesn't matter. Doesn't matter, just pick one. So maybe I'll do this one in gel. Hang on, be right back. I'm so shockingly unprepared all of the time. Now, this was the plastic that I used for the smashing of the dye pellets, and I have since wiped it. So while you can see some of that, it should be clean and sort of dust reduced, let's call it that. There. And I don't think we were too fussed. So that's going to go down like that. And this is cardstock, so my thought is to have this for maybe pockets and or, yeah, no pockets, I think. Or a belly band or whatever suits us. Ooh, this is yummy. Okay, that should be good enough. And a nice slow roll. There we are. Pat, 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 pat. Do this side, and then we'll do a big old pat. I've been using very old gel matte medium, and I finally gave up the ghost, and boy, you get fresh supplies, and it's like, well, this works well. There, and slow roll, pat, pat, pat. Do that. Put that out of the way momentarily. Put that cap on because I'm not sure where we're going to be at. There we are. And I don't like these little edges that are turning up. Yep, okay, you're fixed. On the side. Ooh, that's a lot. I did try to get the edges, it just didn't work out. There we are. Now I'm not sure how this is going to pan out. I think we're okay. I think it's just a little intense when it's wet. But I think get some drying in, and I think we'll be all right. And then how is this gonna be stuck? Not entirely, but so we'll set this one aside. Kind of a flat-ish spot. There we are. Let that bake. Or air dry, which is more to the point. And do we want to do another one? So what did I have? I had pockets. Oh, I know what I wanted to do. I wanted to do a page. So we got to get this out of the way because we're going to get that on stuff if we're not careful. We're going to go back to the glue, I think. Now, what color does this go with? So I'm not, am I running out of paper? I think the answer to that is yes. Wow. Okay, well, we'll have to do this then. There. Just going to do that. And we're going to do that. Are we? No, we're not. It doesn't matter because we're going to flip it around. And this is just purely creating a decorative page. Yep. Don't know why I'm suddenly so fussy. I don't think I did this with the last one. Oops. There we are. Good enough. Oh, nuts. All right, well. We'll just have to plunk it. And hope for the best. That's going to be more or less in the margin, or at least in the fold, the main fold, we hope. Oops. Okay, good enough. There. Rip this one again. Okay, let's do some let's do some more smoothing. I'll fix it later. Whee! Oh, that's just so satisfying. There we are. And so this will be a page. And once this one is dry, we'll trim it up. So we have got fussy cut, page, and pockets, all done with napkins. And I think that'll work just fine. So let's set this one aside as well. So we've got a lot of drawing of napkins that is happening, which is pretty good. Successful there. Now let us think about other bits. Now I'm going to use some book pages to do these demonstrations, or at least these working out of ideas, let's call them that. Is this one also not? I always like to keep that because it's blank and is useful. Another one there. Ooh, we're getting down to the end of this one. And I just needed to take all of that spine buildup off because it's gonna be bugging me. Okay. So we have a bunch of white paper. We have colored paper. We have lightly colored paper. We have thick cardstock in 3 colors, white, brown, and black. And we have thin cardstock in white, brown, and black, plus napkins and envelopes. So we've got lots of colors of paper. Now what we want to do is figure out what we want to do with the paper. So go. Did I bring it over? I did. So, step number 1, get some circles. If you don't have a punch, you can do this, whatever size you want. And this is to imagine this being done in color, and when we figure out what we want to do, we'll do it in the color. But I don't want to just, I am now being careful with my paper because it's like I used it all, a lot. I used a lot. So, got circles. Some of the things you can do with a circle is fold it in half. And if you had a contrast, you can put it on a page. So there's that. We can change the size. So this was hole punched. You can do little ones. So that's something that we can do. We can cut out circles. Another thing we can do is make an envelope, which is going to be like that, going to be like that. And we've got envelopes. So let's fold both of these. Those are 2 things that we can do. This I saw Cindy at Studio Lou do. I didn't see her do it. I saw her talk about it. And I'm kind of figuring out kind of what she did. And if I'm not allowed to do this, Cindy will tell me and I will do something about it. So she created a fan. Slightly different shape. Oops. Okay, maybe we need a ruler. Whatever. Some of these things will be creating templates that we can then use. And folding this in half allows us to make a hole that is symmetric. There, and just around the edge. There we are. So this was a fan, and if you think about doing 3 or 4 of those, stack them up, and then hole punch down here and maybe put a brad in or something, or even just what's this, thread that you can then move that around. So we've got a fan that we can make that is going to be interesting. I like that a lot. What else do we want to make? Oh, I know. So I tested this before. So I'm a huge fan of labels. So this is a windowed envelope, tore it to pieces, and I wanted to create that shape. So if you line up the lines to say the bottom of the print, the bottom line of a print, you'll get this straight. Then we can do one. It's going to do one that's a little lower. Not that lower. That much lower. We can do one that's wee. That. And again, we're doing this in a symmetric form. So we don't need to have folds in the paper. We can use, oh, look at that shape. That's an amazing shape. We can use one of the, maybe the black pieces. And hang on, I'll show you what I mean in a second. It's a little bit of transferring, but then you can mass it up easy. Oops. There you are. So we have 3 different kinds, there's 3 different sizes of labels, and you can do whatever size you want. But you have this, which is the negative space. You could create this negative space on the cardboard, and then anytime you wanted one of these, you could just draw a circle around, and then you're just doing a cutout, like you're doing a fussy cut. What would be an so in the papers that we have, so like this. Oops, I just dropped it. There we are, the dot. You could then like create that as a label. Oh, which is a great looking label. Or you could do something like that, or maybe like that. So you can create that variety really easily. So we've got labels. So we've got side bits, an envelope, a fan that can be a journaling spot. We've got tags, labels. What else do we have? Is there anything else we need? Oh, yes, there is. There is one more thing. One more thing. And I am going to use my small hole punch for this. Though if you had a coin, you would be able to do, who has coins now? You would be able to do this as well. So let's try it this way. So step one, whoops, sorry, create double-sided. That's another thing that I should probably remember as well. So we've got another thing that we need to do. That's just going to make it easier to punch out the hole. You could probably do this out of the cardboard. So we've got that. One, two, and three. So this is now 6 pieces of paper all stacked together. This has got to be way easier to do if we had cardboard. And I'm just trying to create some evenness to the edges as I'm spinning those around. That's the right side, I think. And then, oops. We've created a button. Here. There's 2 more things we need to work on. One is just a pure fold it over, glue it, which becomes a postcard or a journaling card base. If you trimmed it down, you could then have it match there. So that's a journaling card. And the other thing, yeah, the other thing, it's in there. Let's not worry. So let's do it this way. How big is that? It's too big. So I would need a circle. Yeah, we need a circle that's smaller. Do I have anything? I don't think I do. Well, you know what? Let's just wing it. Let us just do it this way. We are going to do not my best circle. That's all right. It's test. Because we have contrasting colors and we have the paper, we can do all kinds of interesting things just contrasting the paper. So here is my thought. Do I have a folded piece of paper here somewhere? don't remember. Come on. Bueller, come on. Nope. Well, we're going to use one of these. We're just gonna. So let's say this is the journaling page. This is the page that has the hole in it. We can put an edging like that. So let's say we used this paper, for example. We would be able to see that half. And then when it opened, you would be able to see that. And if you plunked a fussy cut in there, you would then have this really interesting spot that is a circle and a flower, and it's an additional journaling space on that page. So we've got that, and that made me think of one more thing. I swear this is the last one. Oh, we've got another blank page. It'd be exciting, look at that. Stuff that in there. What was I going to do? Okay, I need to think because I can't remember now. I know. This would work best with the cardstock. And I'm just going to create something that's got a little bit of thickness to it. I'll put these two together. So what am I going to do? I am going to do, what I want to do is a 2-inch square. So I'm going to do 1, 2, 3, 'Where'd the edges go? There we are. 4. And then I'm going to do a square that is slightly larger, and I'm going to do it at 3/8. There we are. And then I'm going to cut all of that out. Oops. And I need to get into the center. For me, what I do is I just take 2 adjacent corners and I pull the blade into the center, so I've created an opening so that I can get my scissors in. And then I can do the cutting. There we have a frame. We can fancy that up if we want. We can certainly change the dimensions to have smaller space, wider frame, bigger, smaller, or whatever we want. Am I okay to throw that out? I think I am. Okay, so we've been at this 40 minutes. We haven't made anything, but we have lots and lots of ideas for templates that are very low tech and high value, given that we are using the materials that we have economically. So we have a flip, we've got a frame, we've got a button, we've got labels, we've got circles that we can use as edges. We have a fan template that we can use to create journaling spots. We have an envelope, and we have like a blank for a journaling card or a tag. We can just trim and do whatever. We also have created another page, which is going to be this trimmed out using the napkin. So we've got another page, decorative page. We are going to fussy cut out some of these so we have additional flowers to increase the interest. And we also have done the napkin on cardstock so that we can create pockets and tucks and so on and so forth. So I'm going to leave that here because that was a lot, I think. But that was just us sort of making things up as we go along. And next episode, I may have some of the progress made on the journal, fussy cut, maybe some of this sorted out, at least cut out, but not necessarily decorated. So that is all for now. I hope you got some fun ideas out of this. Thank you, as always, for being somebody that I can talk to and somebody to keep me company. I really appreciate that. So take very good care of yourself, stay out of trouble, and we'll see you soon. Bye now.